All right, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahweh Shai, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahweh Shai, Kal, Palau, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elder apostle at Great Milton who woo will and stereotype and Aki and put in the truth across the four corners of the earth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, that their hope will let. And to stereotype the Israelite foreigner that is gathered among all the nations throughout the four corners of the earth that believe in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And shalom to the sister and family that are tuning into this doctrine, this good news that's preached around the globe. They peace and mercy unto you, and who the world ignorantly called God, his name is Yahweh, and the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, named Yahweh Shai. And the Hebrew Israelite, or you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, and those whose line descendant go back to those 12 tribes of Israel. All right, there's a still on the screen. It was a post on Instagram came across. It was uploaded June 11th. All right, and it said, police have murdered black people in America, which is so-called Negro, like or African American. All right, it said with few repercussions since the beginning, right? Because they hold themselves not guilty. We're gonna get that scripture in a minute. It said meet Walter Francis White. He was a black man with blonde hair and blue eyes, parent born into slavery. In 1920, he used his light skin to infiltrate KKK meetings, and said guess who was there? So he used his confusion of faces. All right. So first, we're gonna get this scripture. Hold on, real quick. This is the Daniel 9:7. It said, O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faith is, even though it's like twofold, but we're going to focus on the surface part. It said, at this day, to the men of Judah and to the inhabitant of Jerusalem, and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off, right? Those that are scattered among all the other nations, all right? Because people were scattered among all the other nations due to our trespassing the Lord commandment, all right? His law, statute, commandment, okay? It said, unto us, all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the country, whether thou hast driven them, right? Because we was driven among all these countries, like I mentioned, the law, statute, commandment, not keeping those, all right? And falling under the curses in Deuteronomy 28:15 on down, okay? It said, to all the country whither thou hast driven them, because of their trespass, that they have trespassed against thee, all right? Verse 8, O Lord, to us belongs confusion of faith, to our king, to our princes, and to our father, because we have sinned against thee. All right? Like I said, we wasn't following the law, statute, commandment. We have sinned against him. Okay? I'm going to keep reading to get more of the, pretty much backing up what I was saying. The Lord, our power, belongs mercy and forgiveness. Though we have rebelled against him, neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord, and how much shall try our power to walk in his law, which he set before us by his servants the prophets. Alright? And like I said, we were scattered among all the nations, confusing the faith by mixing with the other nations. Okay? And we're going to get into us being killed by our enemy. And nothing's being done about it. All right, all this is because we trespass against our power's law that He has set for us. All right, verse 11. Yeah, all Israel has transgressed the law. Okay, even by departing, that they might not obey Thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us. And like I made mention earlier, those curses, Deuteronomy 28:15 on down, man, it was poured upon us because we rebel against Yahweh Shah and not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, because we have sinned against him. Okay? And he hath confirmed his word which he spake against us and against our judges that judge us by bringing upon us a great evil. Alright, bad times. For under the whole heaven had not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem, right? There ain't nobody caught it like we have, man. These so-called niggas like these Native American, man. Look, ain't nobody had dealt with the atrocities and the wickedness that was against us, man. No other nation had to deal with it like we do. And to this day, we're still dealing with it, okay? So pretty much just wanted to bring that point out about the confusion of faith, okay? And then now, because they used his whiteness, alright? He came out looking like an Edomite, but he was a Jake, okay? Because it's not about what the outer appearance look like, it's about what your C line is. Alright, this is, hold on to Zechariah 11 and 5. It says Zechariah 11 and 5. Oh, lock in. It's start at 4. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, shall try my power, feed the flock of the slaughter. Verse 5 is the point who possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. See? So this is why cops do what they do and get away with it. Alright? They have immunity protection. So when they do something, they're protected. Okay? It's not like doctor when you do something wrong, medical malpractice, that's on you. You know, you're not protected. Alright? You get the life taken away, you get charged with murder, whatever it is that you did. But not with cops. Alright? They are protected with the immunity. Alright? It says, thus, who possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherd pity them not. But you got the point them fire is there who possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. They don't hold themselves guilty. Alright? That's why they were getting off with murder for hundreds of years. And they still are for the most part, you know. Now this is Jeremiah 50. is day 50 and 5. Like it were that my people have been lost sheep. Their shepherd had caused them to go astray. All right, so we read Zechariah. The sheep were led to the slaughter. All right, and through the generation and past history, when the king of Israel and the prophet became wicked, they led our people astray. All right, no guidance in having us go into wickedness. All right, causing us to not follow the law, statutes, commandments. Okay, it said my people had been lost sheep. The shepherd had caused them to go astray. They had turned them away on the mountain. They had gone from mountain to hill. They had forgotten their resting place. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries dead. Who's our adversary? The so-called white man, Esau, Edom. We offend not, because they don't think they're doing anything wrong, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh outside. The habitation of justice, even the Lord Yahweh outside, the hope of their fathers. So they don't think they're doing nothing wrong because we're the one that's going on. Okay? But this place is going to be destroyed. We read on down. You can read it. I'm pressed for time on my lunch break. But ultimately, America, which is Babylon mentioned in its chapter, is going to be destroyed because of all the things they have done. Okay? I'll just check out more of this post. It's you look like a path for a so-called white man. It's the actual Jake. Cause remember that on this part he used his light skin to infiltrate KKK meetings. That gets so like if that guess who was there. You go to the third page. The police were there. They were so convinced he was a white man that they swore him in as a sheriff deputy in Oklahoma, but secretly he was investigating lynching for the NAACP. All right. Ironic, this history coming out, and I think 5 or 6 Jake been lynched so far in the past 2 weeks. Okay. It said when he was sworn in as sheriff deputy, Walter Francis White was told, "Now you can go kill any Negro," which is so called like a black or African American. All right, from the tribe of Judah. It said now you can go kill any Negro you want. The use thee, and the law will be behind you, right? Because that's what I read in Zechariah 11 and 5. All right, they hold themselves not guilty, even with 10 years worth of evidence, with photos covering 41 lynchings and 8 rape riots. There was no conviction. Why? Because they hold themselves not guilty. Let's get that to again. Zechariah 11 and 5, who predestined slay them and hold themselves not guilty. That's why there wasn't no conviction. All right, and this was back in 1920. So there's been a problem or situation going on in America for the longest. All right. So you can read the rest if you want it. Go into other stuff about him. But yeah, there you have it. So it comes to a close, man. Just wanted to bring some scripture out concerning about this guy, Walter Francis White, looking like a so-called white man, even though he was a Jake, infiltrating the KKK, and how, basically a license to kill with no repercussions, all right, with no accountability, okay? And ultimately, the so-called white man is the sword. That's why David said, deliver me from the sword, deliver me from the wicked, which is thy sword. So Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the sword, it's the weapon of Yahweh Shai to chastise us and